Okay, hello, Annie. I'm gonna try to show you how to do this on iTunes. So I found out that you don't need a program. Well, the only program you need is iTunes. So what you want to do first is let's start with iTunes here. You go to Preference. Then you go down to General, the tab which is this one here. Then you come down to Import Settings. What you want to do is, as you notice, I have it as wave. This here says wave encoder. So now every time I put a CD in, whenever I want to import that CD, it's going to show up as wave encoder. So what you want to do is you want to put it on MP3, and then depending on the quality that you want, which I will recommend you do either 160 or 192. I usually just go with 192. MP3s are not that big of a file, so 192 will be fine. 128 is good. 160 is average, so I will go with 192. You also have the option of doing the AAC encoder, which I told you about before, which is iTunes or Apple's format that they've created, which they say is almost CD quality, but everything is MP3, so I'll just stick with MP3. There's a lot of players that have AAC, but you'll run into some that don't. But anyway, so MP3 is where we're safe. Um, and then I will check this box which says use error correction when reading. That means if your CD is scratched, it will not import that song. So which is I think it's on the safe side, especially for me because I don't want a song that's scratchy, or jumping all over the place, especially when I'm playing at parties. So I use that all the time. So click that. So now after you click OK to the import settings, every time you import a CD, um, it's just gonna automatically do it MP3, and by being MP3, you're kind of like safe. Like I said, for you're gonna be covered for any player or CD player that's out there. Or if you want to move your songs to another computer, then it'll be done. But anyways, these are the settings that you're supposed to have on your iTunes, so that now every time you input a CD, uh, it's MP3. Now let's go and and do how to get the wave files converted to MP3 using iTunes. So I have these. These are all CDs that I have that are wave files, kind of like what you have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this one here. All right, these are my files. You probably see something like that. As you notice here, it says that wave. That means they're all wave files. So what you do is you click on that one. Well, that song. Anyways, what you do is you highlight all these, and you drag them. Now I made, if you notice here, I made a little playlist for you. So what you want to do is you want to drag them in there, drop them. Now these are still wave files. All right. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click on a file, and then you're gonna hold Shift, click on the last one at the bottom, right click, and then you're gonna say create MP3 version. So now what's gonna happen is you're gonna click that. Now iTunes is gonna automatically start converting these files, which are waves, into MP3 files. The only problem that I've run into was that these files now, I'm gonna have two. I'm gonna have a MP3 version and a WAV file. So what you can do later on, if you want to, you can just come back here and delete the file that's WAV, or you can leave it like that. But it will probably show you as like if you let's say this one here, which is called Cross the Dance Floor. Let's say I go in there, I type it in, Cross the Dance Floor. That's gonna search it. So now you're gonna have a MP3 file, which is this one here, even though it says MPEG, it's MP3, and you're gonna have a WAV file. So what you can do is you can come back here and delete it, or just leave it like that. And then if you want to keep the file and not actually trash it, where you won't be able to recover it, you can do that. So most of the times I just keep the file. So now is that. So it's that simple. Now let's go back to your, going back to your playlist here. All right. So now, all right. So it's still working on it. So now, notice here, iTunes is actually doing it. Now, you can do these. All right. So let's say these. Okay, this is the file that has the WAV files, right? Now you can see now they're all coming to MP3. You can actually, and I know this is gonna sound like a lot, but you can grab all your files. You can grab all that music that you have. You can drop it in. You can drop it in. Same thing, shift all the way down to the end, shift again. This is Greek music, by the way, that I had when I was in Greece. But anyways, you can drag all that in there, and everything's gonna be WAV file. And then once all that music it's in there, you can highlight. You go to music, all, make sure the search is clear. You can highlight everything. Like I said before, click on that, hold shift key, click on the last one, right click, and you can actually convert all these files into MP3 at one time, so you don't have to do it by album or whatever. I don't know if you have the time to do that, but that's it. Hopefully that works. As you can see, it's working. It's almost done. It's gonna take some time, so you want to do, like, if you have your laptop at home or at work, just leave it doing it. Depending on how much files you have, how many files you have, it depends how long it's gonna take. But anyways, I'm gonna upload this video to YouTube, and then I'm gonna send you the link so you can look at it, and then hopefully that works. If it doesn't work, I'll do it for you. I'll just get the hard drive from you, and I'll go ahead and I got another computer that I can use, and I can one day, maybe 2 days. So let me know. All right, and I'll see you later. Bye.